Good day, Omo Susu. Sosu. What's happening with you?
If I could, I'd give you the world, wrap it all around you. Won't be satisfied with just a piece of his heart. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel, oh angel. Dreams are dreams, some dreams come true. I found the real dream, baby, when I found you. You're so strong, but tender too. My angel, oh angel, you're my angel, oh angel. Love like ours, heaven sent. Each day a day to remember. I feel so safe, feel secure with you, with you. You give me love, keep right on giving. Fill me up, baby, with the joy of living. When things get tough, I can always turn to you. You're my angel. Ooh. Oh, angel. Yes, you are. You're my angel. Oh, My, 365 days of the year. Just because you're the best thing yet. Oh,
With a warm welcome, Bill Bear.
what's up?
In 2 minutes, I'm gonna begin. I was just let some people get the notification and come on in, but I'm gonna start in 2 minutes.
Let me know. Have you started losing your love for me? And if so, will you still continue to be on my side? Do you still care? Do you care about me? You can tell me, baby. Oh, child, you still care about me. I was so insecure with you. Do you still want me? I let go of the feeling that you were still on my baby. Say it, baby. You still care. You still care about me. You don't have to worry, no. Tell me, darling. You still care about me. You feel the same way. Must we both go on being confused and
All right, yes, sir. John, you know your music, John. Yeah, that is that one, that right there was Phil Perry, right? A remake of "Tell Me If You Still Care," right? Yeah. So, um, um, I'm a little jittery right now. I had maybe I had some strong coffee a minute ago, and it's making me a little jittery right now. So excuse me. Who's that? What's the matter? What happened? Okay. So the title I put this. I said I want to apologize to Chefreen, right? And I'll be falling back a bit, not on my channel or my live streams, but falling back going on other people's live streams, um, for certain reasons, right? People will get you out of character, right? So first, let me just apologize to Chefreen. I was on his live stream last night, and the live stream was going very well. We were having an adult conversation, right? And real smooth. Wasn't nobody talking over each other, right? And then certain people come on these live streams and enter the panel who personally I feel shouldn't even be on a panel, right? Um, and it just, I think it's a lot of people out here with mental health issues and who have bad intent, who just don't mean well, right? And sometimes I find myself going back and forth and end up getting into an argument with these cats. And these people are beneath me. I'm a god, right? I'm a boss. I'm like Michael Jordan up out here, and I don't have time to be playing with no motherfucking college players, right? I don't. You know what I mean? Getting my blood pressure up, cause sometimes I'll snap. I'm an eye for an eye type guy, and when people start shit with me, it's hard for me to just let it fly, right? Um, so I realize people be intentionally trying to trigger you. So the show last night was smooth until a few people come on the panel, and and just trigger you, right? And shit just got out of hand, and it was chaos. I'm sitting here arguing and insulting and calling people bitch ass niggas and hoe ass and all this old dumb shit, right? And it's really not me. I'm actually a nice, kind guy. I mean no harm. You know what I mean? Um, and just dealing with these peons ain't for me, right? One thing I realized with the vast majority of the people in this so-called peace to you, Ricardo Robinson. What I realized about the vast majority of these people in the so-called conscious community, for lack of a better word, these people are really not into history and can care less. They're not into history. They're not into science. And I've come to understand that people just come on for drama. People really don't want to learn anything new. They want to hold on to these old beliefs that I've clearly debunked, and they're not going to change. So when I say these people are not really into history, I've had to step back and look. And I've said this on my Facebook page, and I'm saying it on YouTube, right? Um, what they're not into history. What people are into is only history that glorifies them. If it's not glorifying them, they don't want to hear about it or they don't want to know. Think about this when I'm saying this. People only want to hear shit that glorifies them. And this is the problem. See, when I came into this community in 1992, we were truth seekers. We wanted to know the truth, and we was researching and trying to weave our way through this 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 intellectual matrix that we in. And we would change if we found out something new. No, not this community today. It's a religion and a cult. My work speaks for itself, whether it's community work or whether it's me in these presentations debunking misinformation, calling people out, exposing people. My shit speaks for itself. I've called everybody of note because I want big fish. I'm not fucking with these peons. When I did have a debate on Sonetter, it wasn't against just no any old body. It was with people who you guys think are the big fish and know how to debate and get down. My two baits was with Brother Polite and Jabario Sase. Big fish. Dusted them both off. I'm not going to say I dusted Jabari off because we actually had a friendly discussion. It was one of the most level headed debates Sonetta has ever put on. It was not contentious. We were both behaving professionally and had a conversation, and it was about spirituality. So that type of discussion and debate, it wasn't a win or lose type thing. It was people's our personal opinion or how we feel and how we think. Although I thought I fared better, that is what it is. So I'm coming on Chefreen's live stream, and I'm gonna fall back from coming on there. All due respect to Chefreen, right, and Corey, they're genuine good guys, right? Chefreen and Corey is genuine good guys, right? And since you said this, Doctor Banu, right? But like when I go on to Smash Rockwell's, it's chaos. Soon as I show up on the spot, people get nervous. People get to moving around and jockeying for position, and all they want to do is get at me. They're not trying to have an adult conversation. I had to realize this. And I realized other people who go on Smash Rockwell, they're not allowed to talk, and they're getting interrupted, and people speaking over it. I can't do chaos like that. This is why I say moderators are important. If there's no moderator, the show's going to be chaos. I don't know why people don't understand this. If it's no moderator, it's chaos because the panel is usually made up of a couple good guys and a bunch of fuck niggas who don't mean well, who shouldn't even be on the panel. They're uneducated, they're pseudo as hell, right? So I'm gonna let these other people argue with these fucking peons. I'm above these cats. I'm above them intellectually in all fucking ways. I have no business arguing with a fucking peon and cats who don't give a shit about history or can care less. People just like the drama. That's all they want. They want to come on and be heard and seen and just love the fucking drama. So, for it getting chaotic last night, and I was involved in the chaos, although I meant well, I want to apologize to Chefreen. You guys get your shine and do your thing. I'm not going to come on these panels and it's like, I think when I come on these panels, I change the entire mood because I'm that guy, and I'm going to toot my own horn right now. I'm that dude, and everyone knows it. I'm probably the only cat in the community who tried to pay niggas to challenge and debate me, and they all was scared. It's recorded. I've offered all these guys $200 and $300 to debate me on this topic, and they all flaked and was scared. Tell the truth. But they'll stream for 6 fucking hours for free, but won't take $200-$300 to go back and forth with me to debate me. When I first made Black Idra Debunk 2.5 years ago, I was challenging cats, and none of them wanted it. You know why they didn't want it? Because when I was going against the grain with a real topic, and they weren't confident enough that they can deal with me on non-Black Egypt. Nobody was confident. They say, "No, we might take a loss against Chief X in front of thousands of people." I came on Sonetters talking about non-Black Egypt, and everyone was shook. Sonetter even got shook. He knew I came with that common sense science and my logic was on point. To the point where, and Sonetter told me this, Brother Ankh and Brother Reggie and Garfield was begging Sonetter, please, Sonetter, please don't let Chief X on. Please, Sonetter, Chief X is crazy. Please, and begging him not to let me on. Sonetter told me this. Just a month ago, he told me that on a phone call. I said, yeah, these niggas are scared. Because it fucks with their income and their money. Imagine you thinking you Big Willie, and here come little old Chief X, body slamming all that bullshit you niggas been talking for 2 decades. Your, your ego in this foolish pride won't let you change. So you got to remove the threat, and the threat is Chief X. Jonathan Owens every time tries to go live and calls my name on every goddamn video and does all this old bullshit and try to play this role to his audience like he's killing me on a topic. But soon as I step on the motherfucking scene and get on the panel, everything changes. I said, why don't you just play my Black Egypt Debunked, the final nail in the coffin, play the whole video, and then let's all have a discussion about it. Oh, then he acts like, oh, well, Chief S, let's just do it on your channel. Oh, yeah, let's do it on your channel. You say that because you don't want your audience to hear me ragdolling y'all. So, I came back and said, you know what? Let's do it on my channel, Smash. When do you want to do it? Set a time and a date. Anytime you want. Oh, man, well, I don't even want to have the discussion. That's okay, Chief. That's cool. I don't even want to have the discussion. I know you fucking don't. Hey, Lady M. This is not a presentation today. This is just me ranting. Right? When you have all these so-called wannabe scholars running their mouth for decades, and they scared to take $200 and $300 from you to have a debate with you, you know it's real. Someone called me this morning and was letting me know from his and a few other people's perspective, Chief X, you don't need to be even dealing with some of these cats. Your presentations speak for themselves, they were saying. So I'm going to fall back from being on other people's streams. Now, I may come on every now and then, but I just kind of realize when I come on a stream or other people's stream, it's a problem. I don't like, and I'm not just talking about CHEFREEN stream right now. I'm talking about most of these cats that do live streams and have a panel. Sonetter is the only one I know in this little small group that actually moderates his fucking show and will tell people don't be quiet and stop talking over each other. Let him, these other cats is not doing that, and it becomes chaos. When I have a panel in a show, it's always smooth. That shit never goes down on my page when I do convene a panel, because I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow people in the chat to be going all crazy and insulting people and acting childish. When I'm a when I'm a have a wrench and I see other people in the chat just saying wild, crazy shit, being insultive, these people are supposed to be sat down or spoken to. Y'all just let shit go crazy. And then you got people with Smash who tries to moderate his show, but it's all an agenda. It's all bias. And then you have people like Sheffrin and Corey that came on Smash show. And Smash just being so disingenuous. Soon as they get one sentence out, here Smash is trying to tell everybody in the motherfucking audience what Sheffrin and Corey means. No, let Sheffrin and Corey tell you what they mean. Let them explain to the audience what they mean. Don't cut them off and then you narrate it so you can control the narrative. All these mind ga- I can't do it no more. You niggas is not getting my blood pressure up. I'm gonna do my thing on my channel. I'll appear sometimes. You may see me in the chat, but I can't do it. So for the chaos, I'm apologizing to Chefreen. I'm sitting here going back and forth with some hoe ass nigga named Haskell. Then he's Peter Bagjuice. These people have undercover agendas, stew peas and shit. These niggas don't like me. So when I come on, they're gonna try to trigger me, and it never fails. People like Pan African James shouldn't be on a panel. These niggas need to be in a chat listening and typing. These uneducated people should not be on a fucking panel talking to black folk on a panel, making us look bad. Pan African James talking about Nigeria's North Africa. You know how that's embarrassing to me and how I feel about this? I look at things different than a lot of y'all. And I feel a collective embarrassment sometimes when these guys open their goddamn mouth. I'd be confused of why you guys just cannot let any and everybody on a panel. They're gonna ruin your show. They don't have good intent. I don't think you guys should be just letting any and everybody on your panel just because they hit the goddamn link. I had to tell a few people, not today. This show is not for you. Not today. And don't let them on. Do you know how embarrassing it is knowing that others besides blacks may be tuning in and may be looking and watching? You may have an older black lady who wants to listen to a show and learn something, and you got these fucking idiots on the panel. Troublemakers. Y'all got to clean your shit up. I'm trying to tell you, y'all got to clean your shit up. You guys have to start doing some real moderating and stop worrying about hurting people's feelings. Let the cream gonna always rise to the top. Fuck these niggas. Let these niggas fall off if they bothered with how you get down. It's crazy. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where is I put the link. pinned the link if somebody wanna come on here or add on or have some understanding about what I'm saying. And let me tell y'all something, and it's about to go down. Even if I got to pay this nigga Sonetter. See, I don't really fuck with Sonetter like that. I can anytime I'll just click that link and go on his panel, but I don't fuck with them cats like that. So if you see me on Sonetter, I have an agenda or something I want to get out to a mass group of people, right? I didn't come on there to have no friendly debate with Polite. We didn't like each other then. We argued in that debate. I came on there to destroy him. It's the art of war sometimes. So if you see me on Sonetters, it's a tactic in the art of war. And I want to get a message out. This is about to go down. Sonetter is going to play my entire video, Black Egypt Debunked, the final nail in the coffin. It's going to go crazy viral. And I said, after, let's convene a panel to talk about it. Because niggas can talk all that shit they want on their channels and act like they debunking me. But unless you plan my words and then say, hey, this is wrong and here's why, you're not debunking me. Until you niggas address Black Egypt Debunked, the final nail in the coffin, until you address that, I won the discussion. Until they address Black Egypt Debunked, the final nail in the coffin, and go over what the fuck I said, the conversation's over. I don't have to go back and forth with a nigga on a panel no more. My work speaks for itself. It's right there. And everybody's seen it. They all seen it. Jabari Osase seen it. All these people with a channel seen it. The House of Consciousness team seen that shit. Mfadishi seen it. Anthony Browder seen it. Baba Heru has seen it. Matter of fact, it's on their fucking Facebook pages. They don't want to touch it. Nobody wants to touch it. That shit was too fucking real. Y'all think these people. I've argued with Baba Heru, Mfadishi, and all these cats on Facebook. They see my shit. Y'all can play dumb and act like it don't exist if you want to. Y'all seen it. Smash Rockwell talking about the Garamontes and who else did he say? And Ethiopians, they're black. Excuse me, I said it wrong. Talking about the Kochians is black and this and that and Herodotus. I killed that shit. The videos are right there. Niggas won't even address it. They act like the video don't exist. That's out of fear. What you say, indigenous black man? Me and indigenous black man be going back and forth, but appreciate your comment. This is one of the things we was arguing about. Stu Pease is a Jamaican. And I have no problem with what anyone is. He's not an African American. He's a Jamaican American. And he's been spitting fire on on our reparations movement, just like Garfield was. They both do that as Jamaican Americans. And no one spits fire on Jamaicans' reparations movement. Y'all know they got one going, don't you? I support it. Why won't these niggas support ours? I'm sitting back. I can't believe black Americans, African Americans, had sat back and watched Garfield chop up the ADOS movement, disrespect the founders of it, and they're just an advocacy movement. That's it. You guys know what advocacy is? They're not the politician. They're just advocating, and that advocating put that shit on all these politicians' mouths. Google California's reparations movement. Google it. California's reparations committee. Just 3 weeks ago, they approved reparations. And then they got to go to the next level, and people got to vote on this shit in California. Stuff is down to the state level now. And I'm just smiling. That happened because of the ADOS movement. Not FBA, the ADOS movement set that shit off. And it's for set asides and benefits. You niggas didn't read the website? It said set asides and benefits. It ain't always about money in a check. It's not always about getting a check. They talking about giving free college to black kids. It's about closing the wealth gap a little bit. And you guys are supposed to be men about your community and about your children, about your grandchildren, and you let this Jamaican spit fire on your shit and didn't ever check him? It's unbelievable. This is why niggas ain't serious at all. This is what I'm telling you. Niggas ain't serious. They here for entertainment and drama. They don't give a fuck about history unless it's something glorifying them and making them seem powerful. Because niggas, what niggas do in this conscious community, and it's subconscious, but I'm trying to bring it out and let you know what's subconscious in the conscious community's mindset. The entire conscious community is about competing with white folk for morality and achievements. And I'm going to tell you right now, you can't. You've lost that. This is the whole thing that they're about. Trying to show white folk is wrong. Trying to show that they're better than white folk, and this is what we done, and it's better than what you done, and this is what it's all about. Oh, well, you guys are evil and wicked, and we just divine, and we gods and kings and queens and shit. Black folk are the only people on the planet who calls themselves kings and queens. You know why they do that? It's because they think they're the Egyptians. They said, "Oh no, you guys had a." They started, "Oh no, we have a history. We were used to be kings and queens." That's competing with white folk for achievements, accomplishments, and morality. People in 2023 is still saying the white man is the devil and evil and shit. In the meantime, and this hurts, and when I mean it hurt a lot of people, black folk commit the most violent crimes by percentage in America out of any fucking race. And you got the audacity to be sitting back here calling everybody else evil and bad. Terrorizing. I proved that shit with the stats. Rape, molestation, robbery, grand theft. I think the only thing that we don't lead in by percentage is arson. But all the violent crimes, we lead by percentage. By far. Just look at the hip hop. Niggas killing each other, gang banging, acting a goddamn fool, and hip hop rappers is dying and all this old bullshit. Do you see country music, people fighting and arguing and killing each other, country artists doing all that shit? Do you see heavy metal people doing all this shit, music people doing all this shit? Soft rock, punk, they not doing none of that bullshit and into all that violence like niggas is in hip hop. We've lost the battle for morality. The conscious community's whole shtick is to compete against white folk when you don't have to do that. You need to turn in on yourselves. We need to turn in on ourselves like the Chinese did back in the day. I don't know. I keep telling people they should watch the documentary on the Chinese-Japanese war that they had in history. Japanese fucked them Chinese up, as small as they are. Was spitting on them like they was just had like they was just a bunch of piece of shit and destroyed China. After that, China turned in on themselves and only worried about them goddamn. They only worried about themselves and progressing themselves. They said, "Fuck the world. We about to come up and look at China now." Half the shit y'all wearing right now says "Made in China." You buy some online and look at the shit say "Made in China." People on Facebook, "Oh, Chief X, why you always getting on black folk and you never talk about the white man and shit?" Fuck, I'm not concerned with the goddamn white man. He's winning. We're losing. So I'm worried about my people uplifting us and helping us progress. Because we can. It's in us. We just haven't been doing it. This is why I always talking about the system is set up. It's not going to change. If you can't beat them, join them. And get in the system, and I say this all the time, start taking these jobs and get into these positions of power, get into these positions of authority. Become politicians, become police officers. They got some cities with a black mayor or a black police chief. Everything is black. We just had a black president. We had a black attorney general. Take over. The system is set, and it's a good system. So why I don't need to tell you about what white folk did in history. I'm preaching to the choir if I do that. Everyone knows the history of the Atlantic slave trade and how horrible it was and how bad we were treated here in America. We all know that. I don't need to race bait. Appreciate that, Nico. Arcadia. Appreciate that donation. I don't need to race bait and try to tap your emotions so you can say, yeah, the white man is. Yeah. No, worry about your goddamn self, is my point. Make sure your kids get an education or get a trade, start a business. If I'm gonna get in somebody's shit, I'm gonna get in y'all shit. Cause you guys is the one I care about and love. If I'm gonna get in somebody's shit, I'm gonna get in my son's shit who's in college right now. Nigga, straighten your shit up and get out. Fuck is you doing? My son is on point. Very mature kid. In his senior year in college on the football team, Northwestern Missouri State, number 8, wide receiver, Rashad Shelton, a boss, loved everywhere. My son was the prom king and his girlfriend is black as midnight, and she's the prom queen at an all-white school in an inland valley. You mean to tell me these white folk and all them white kids elevated my black son and his black girlfriend to be the prom king and queen? Yeah, they did. This is why I'm not with none of that victimhood bullshit y'all be into. I'm not no victim. I'm just as powerful as a white neighbor I would have, a Mexican neighbor I have, or an Indian neighbor I had. I'm just as much as a man as them and can do exactly what they want to do or is doing. I'll raise my son to be that powerful man. It's y'all's job as parents to make your kids powerful. Make them see the fucking light. But you sitting here worried about white folk who ain't even thinking about you really. White folk just like your family, they just trying to fucking live and pay their bills just like anyone else. This is why I keep saying you guys have to update your mindset to 2023 because the conscious community's mindset is in the 60s, 50s, and during slavery and Jim Crow. You can't be out here with an ideology in that's fucking in the 50s and 60s and Jim Crow in 2023. It's not that time period. It's a new day. Is no one holding you back. Right now, anybody listening to me, right now, anybody listening to me can start their own business and file their shit with the state. Have they articles of organization? Anybody can start their. It's nobody stopping you from doing a damn thing. You're not no victim. If you wanted to start a hedge fund, a real estate company, some kind of finance company, or anything you wanted to do, nobody's saying you can't do that because you're black. That's not happening. You niggas is lying. I used to do real estate. And all the bank who gives people a loan, all these lenders, all they care about, excuse me, is closing a deal so they can get paid. Never in my life, never doing when I was doing real estate and refinancing people's homes, never did a lender say, "Oh no, I don't want that business. I don't want to make $10,000 because those are some black people. I'll pass on 10,000." That never happened. Nobody's stopping you from buying a home wherever you want to buy a home. Right now, if I get $1,000,000, I can go to fucking Beverly Hills and buy me a goddamn home and put the money on the table. Nobody's stopping me. You niggas is not no victims in 2023. I used to live in Cerritos, going to high school. Went to Cerritos High School. Very multicultural area. Nobody stopped. We came up out of Compton and moved to the suburbs. Nobody stopped my daddy from getting a house in Cerritos in the suburbs. And he toiled for 50 years at the post office on the graveyard shift. My daddy got an award one time because he didn't miss a day of work in 7 years. I said, what? I could never have done that. Nigga, I'll call out sick. My daddy didn't miss a day of work, didn't call out sick, didn't do nothing for 7 years. And raised 4 kids, 5 kids. No. Can't remember my siblings. It's four of us, and then after we grown, he had a child by another lady, so I got a half brother. So my daddy raised five siblings on a post office salary as a postal clerk. All 50 whole years on the graveyard. Got us up out of Compton, took us to the suburb, and got us a good education with the ABC Unified School District. ABC Unified School District at one time was the top 10 school districts in America. I got an education. In my day, we used to have a book for every class, and we went home with a backpack on and 4, 5 books in a backpack going home to do homework. And my daddy said, "You niggas," no, my daddy said, "Y'all can't go outside and play until you finish your homework." We didn't get after school, get to playing and running around and shit, and then come home in the evening and try to tackle some homework. My dad said, "Get your homework done now, and then you can go out." It was like a junior college, my high school. That's why I'm sharp now. I cut my teeth debating with my brother, Willie Shelton. Willie Shelton Jr. is my brother. He's a year and 3 days older than me. So we grew up with the same friends. He graduated in 1986. I graduated in 1987. And that's all we did was grow up and argue and debate each other. That's why I'm good now. I used to work for LA Unified in the 90s. Worked at Fairfax High School in the attendance office. Even as a youth counselor, I used to have to watch these badass level 14 kids. These kids don't be having no goddamn books and bringing no books home. It's a whole different day. Ain't no school to prison program. That's some bullshit Afrocentrics came up with. It's a parent to prison pipeline, not a school to prison pipeline. Me and my ex-girlfriend, who's a special ed assistant, who's been with Ella Unified since fucking 25 years now, did a whole video on it. I have a lady friend now who's assistant principal at a high school. There is no school to prison pipeline. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's a parent to prison pipeline. I don't know what's happening in y'all state, but in California or Los Angeles, school police do not get involved in anything unless a child commits a crime. Then the police is coming to take this child to jail for the crime he committed. Ain't no teachers, ain't no administrators forcing no kids to do fucking crime. It's a bunch of bullshit. Matter of fact, schools get funding and get benefits based off of graduating kids. Scoring high on tests. Why would they want to destroy their own benefit and try to ruin a kid's life? It's crazy that people think that. There is not one teacher trying to send some kid to fucking prison. Niggas just be bad as hell. My ex-girl was telling me how this black kid stabbed another kid with a fucking pencil. Like people are under the impression, like, if Big Mama and the mother can't control this badass kid, how do you think the school can control him? That's the parent's job. It's no schools trying to send kids to prison. That narrative needs to die. I know you guys soaked it up and heard it so long that you believe it now. It's that victimhood bullshit. No, niggas was going to prison because they was committing felonies. Let's be real. What do you go to prison for? Has anyone been to prison because they didn't do homework? No. Anybody going to prison because they was just wanting to attend school? No. You go to prison because you committed a fucking felony. And the school ain't got nothing to do with you committing a felony. I hear you, indigenous black man. You're just wrong on this. And I'll debate anybody on this. I'm all off on different subjects now. But when you really take a look at it and think about it, school to prison pipeline. And I had to research who came up with this ideology and start pushing this shit. School to prison pipeline. School to prison pipeline. What? What do you mean? And when I started researching, I don't want to say Afrocentrics, but some victimhood mentality black folks did that. They couldn't control their own kids. And because the kids went to the school and was acting a goddamn fool, now they want to blame the goddamn school. We flooding the jails and penitentiaries. And here y'all, all y'all can do is blame the goddamn school. Now, I will agree that back in the day, in the 80s and stuff, because I lived through this, set up, had some certain laws, 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, that shit was all fucked up by the judicial system. Yeah, that shit was fucked up. That was incarcerating more of us. I agree with that. I agree that in the 80s and 90s and shit like this, some black kids may have gotten more scrutiny. You know, but going to prison is usually 99% of the time is because a nigga committed a felony on his own accord. Hey, how are we? What was my point? Like, people say, oh, we had to sell dope and shit because, we had to eat. You had to feed our family. Oh, okay. Robbing banks. Well, poverty causes all this. No, it don't. Poverty don't make you go rob no bank. Poverty don't make you rape somebody. Poverty don't make you molest somebody. Poverty don't make you burn some shit up and, do all this old shit. Poverty don't make you sock somebody in the motherfucking face. No. Matter of fact, it was a bank robbing craze that was going on in the 80s and shit. Guess who was bank robbing? Niggas who wanted to come up and be bosses and dope dealers and shit. Niggas who was getting money and had money was robbing banks. Out here, I'm telling you, niggas who had money from dealing dope and doing dumb shit would rob banks. I don't know what's going on in y'all states. I'm just saying what's going on here. People have to have good listening comprehension. IBM have good listening comprehension. I clearly keep saying, I said it 5 times. I said we commit the most violent crimes in all of America out of all people by percentage. So we can kill the 14% shit that you're trying to get out of this. No, you niggas need to accept your charge and admit we've been fucking up. That's the only way people can change is to admit, yeah, we fucking up and we need to change. The only way an alcoholic gets clean when he's in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, he steps into the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous, into them AA meetings, and he says, my name is such and such, and I'm an alcoholic. If he don't think he's an alcoholic, then he'll never stop drinking, and he think he can handle it and live his life and just he'll. But once he say, "My name is such and such, I'm an alcoholic," he's admitting he's fucked up. He's admitting his life is spiraled out of control and that he needs to change and get his shit together. And that's when change begins. And he changes his life once he admits he's fucked up. It's the same principle in life with black folk. Black folk got to admit, hey, we fucking up. We gang banging, we doing all kind of foul shit. We fucking up. Hip hop niggas is killing each other. All these goddamn deaths and shit. We fucking up. And then we can change. So that's what I'm doing. I'm admitting that we are fucking up. That's the only way people can change. If black folk think they not fucking up, then they gonna continue doing all this shit. They gonna be twerking all over the goddamn place and acting god. We gotta check each other. I don't know if what the chat is having going back and forth with each other. I'm not sure, but this comment just made me think about something. Cats was talking. Oh, why don't we don't have no nice stores and no nice restaurants in our area and shit? Uh-huh. Oh, we don't, I wish we had that. I wish we have some nice restaurants and stores like they have in the suburbs in these areas. Oh, yeah, yeah. Prime example, Inglewood, California. Hold up. Got to get my shirt. Y'all know I rep Inglewood too. I rep Inglewood, LA, and Compton because these are just places I live, right? Inglewood, for example. Oh, okay. Y'all want that? The mayor and all the residents and shit voted. We want a new the Ram Stadium built right here in Inglewood. We want all these businesses right here in Inglewood. Inglewood starts getting gentrified. You niggas voted for that shit. And now all of a sudden, y'all crying and shit in Inglewood. I've been getting on these Inglewood residents. Y'all talk all this shit, requested all this shit, and now that money came into the city, when they was building the stadium in Inglewood, let me tell you what's happening. They was making all these businesses clean up. They know it was going to be a big sports town. Rich folk was going to be in town. So you got to clean up your fucking business and make this motherfucker look nice. They was planting palm trees all up and down Century Boulevard. They had a train. They built a train track that worked. Took 4 5 years to build. In a not a train, but Green Line, whatever they call it, had to run all the way down from West LA all the way through Inglewood, all the way like towards the airport. Oh shit, Bill! And here come niggas. Oh, the rent's too high. Oh, get the crying, nigga. You guys asked for this shit. Don't cry now. You voted on all this shit to come to Inglewood. Don't cry now. If it costs too much to live here, go somewhere where you can afford it and shut your goddamn mouth. You voted for this shit. They gave your ass some nice place stuff and a restaurant here and there. They gave it to you, and now you're crying. See, I've learned I don't have a problem with gentrification. I don't. I like multiculturalism. Gentrify this shit and clean it up, goddammit. I'm in LA right now. I wish they gentrify this shit. Every day I walk out here to the curb, ignorance every goddamn where. I wish they would gentrify this shit. I don't have a problem with gentrification. I used to talk that shit, but I didn't understand. If I want to, I like gentr. If I want to go to a Chinese food spot, that's my choice. I want that. If I want to go eat some Italian food, I like that. I want that. I want all these fucking options. I don't have a problem with gentrification. No more. Clean this shit up. I remember Trump gave money. I forget what it was called. Trump gave all this money to inner cities and was offering these loans for black businesses to build their city. All they did was shoot fire on Trump and didn't even take advantage of it. Fuck it. My point. This is a this is California is a big state. If you can't afford rent here, go somewhere where you can afford it. That's how I feel. And I take a hard stance. So people get mad when I say this. But when you really think about it, if you want your area and where you live built up and beautified, it's going to cost you. This is just a reality. They're not going to build this shit up and beautify this shit and you still have some and you going to pay $500 for rent? Nope. People don't think about the flip side. All them black homeowners in Inglewood, guess what? They home tripled in value. So it's some black folk loving that shit. You guys didn't think. You guys only thought about the people who maybe couldn't afford to live in an apartment, okay? You didn't think about all them black folk who own homes in Inglewood. Once that stadium and that football team came and they built up Inglewood, all these black folk came up. Home is worth 800,000 now. Niggas got to selling shit too and banking money and moved their ass to Texas, Georgia, or Las Vegas. They weren't crying at all. The homeowners loved it. It's the renters who have a problem with prices and shit going up. And it's understandable. It's understandable. I used to own a home. I owned two homes in Compton and in Carson. I bought my first home in Compton. Me and my lady friend, my girlfriend at the time. I, um, I had my apartment. She had an apartment. And then we talked about, we fell in love like real quick. It was like love at first sight, right? So I end up moving in with her, and we said we're gonna go buy a house. And we ended up buying a house as boyfriend and girlfriend. We weren't even married. Single man, single woman, bought a house in Compton. Ended up breaking up, right? And sold the motherfucker and got $100 a piece. A year and a half later, that house ended up having $200,000 in equity. We was sick. We was sick. We missed out on 200K. What you say, Onyx Palm said, if somebody want to come on the panel, I'll put the link in there. People think, people keep thinking that this urban renewal, what black folks still want to call gentrification, is race based. It's not. It's money based. And if you got the money, you'll be good. Race notwithstanding. 100% correct. It ain't got nothing to do with your skin color. In 2023. Now we know shit was going on back in the day, you know what I mean? Yeah, we get that. But that's why I said you got to update your mind to 2023. Beverly has Perry. She chimed in late. Is that Phil Perry? But Beverly do what I tell people to do. I can't come to somebody's. It's tough. I can't just come to somebody's live stream in the middle of it and just start. I want to hear what he been saying from the minute one. So I always rewind my shit. This is what Beverly probably did. Yeah, that's Phil Perry. She'll probably hear this an hour later. Yep, we're in a capitalist society, supply and demand. Have to keep up or move on. It is what it is. Black millionaires created in New York City when their homes in gentrified areas exploded in value. Yep, yep. Damn, Dr. Banu. See, so example, see if Dr. Banu was a black man who owned a property in Inglewood, he would be happy as a lark that his shit is now worth $1 million when he bought it for 186K. So gentrification does not harm everybody. That's all I'm saying. Gentrification, a lot of black folks benefited from. Who somebody said something about New York. Jabari Osase, who lives in the what, I don't know if they call what do they call them, brownstones? I don't know. I'm not a but a lot of the values in the area went up. See, like Squally Vision. So you say coming in late. I seen the Minions antagonist last night. Um, Shake my head. Don't let the crash dummies. That's what they are. Crash dummies bother you. They just mad they wrong. So to stop you from speaking by starting irrelevant arguments. This is what I had a phone call about. Somebody said that to me, Squally Vision. They told me, Chief, you fell right into this trap. Cause a nigga got to talking about I stole some shoes and shit and tried to clown me because he didn't have any info. So he had to talk about some shit and make this false claim that Chief X stole somebody's shoes, and that shit set me off. But this is what I'm saying. Like as moderators, and people who want the show to go smooth, you guys got to stop that bullshit and check people. Niggas up here calling me Queef X and saying all this foul shit about me, and not nobody with a wrench check anything. They just let that shit fly. You got a wrench in your hand to keep the chat peaceful, and that nobody with a wrench tries to keep the chat peaceful. This is why I'm saying niggas don't give a fuck. They care about drama. That's it. But you said Shakir don't fall for their trap. So yeah, Shakir. So I'm caught. I gotta fall back from going on a lot of people's streams now because that shit ain't healthy. Fucking with my blood pressure, and I just kind of come to see people just don't mean well. I'm not talking about Chef and Corey. They're great people. They mean well. But people that be on the panels and anybody and everybody's allowed on the panel. I mean, just because somebody hit the link, you just allow them on the panel. You know this motherfucker got bad behavior. You know this motherfucker's ignorant. I mean, like, yeah. So okay, I hear you, indigenous black man. Which you did good when you exposed Haskell. Yeah. So like people, I know these cats. See, I consider myself a wise man. I toot my. I'm not no scholar. I'm none of that shit. I'm far from a scholar. But I do consider myself a wise man. And I say that because ain't too much I haven't done, heard, or seen. I've been to fucking Japan, China, Philippines. I was in the Navy, in the military. Been to Japan. I've been to all them Asian countries, Hawaii. I've been to Africa. I've been to a whole bunch of places in the States. I've been a dope fiend on drugs. Got cleaned up. I learned a lot from that experience and the therapy. I've been to college. Worked in the regular world and worked in corporate world. Had several years where I made $140,000. When I was in real estate, I used to hang out with millionaires. I'm talking about brokers and millionaires. I used to be hanging at their house and it's not too much I haven't done, heard, or seen. I lived two lifestyles in one lifetime. So a and I'm fit. All that put together and my experiences in life and my education and my self education, I call myself a wise man. I used to always say on Facebook, a wise man will beat the brakes off a scholar. They know I'm notorious for saying this on Facebook for years. Cause even when I was cool with the Amon Squad, I used to always tell them niggas that a wise man will beat the brakes off a scholar, and I beat the brakes off these scholars every time, and they know it. Or these wannabe scholars. Haskell, Peter Bagjuice, running his mouth last night, and I can read this cat. I've been read this cat. I know where he's coming from. I said, no, 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 no. Haskell's an abo. He just don't want to say it or claim it. Haskell believed every pseudo shit that these ignorant ass fools be talking about. He's ignorant as fuck. And people don't see it, but I see it because his intent is no good. If you cool with him, you just don't see his intent like I do. You can't read him like I can. You cannot let any and everybody on a panel. These people out here are crazy in the conscious community. And if you got crazy people on a panel, there's going to be chaos. Period. I don't know why people haven't understood that yet. So if you want a chaos show, a chaotic show, Smash wants a chaotic show, and Garfield wants a chaotic show, let these crazy people on the panel. You'll destroy your live stream. Now, if you want to have a healthy debate, you got to be careful about that. It's fine to debate and go back and forth, but all this talking over and going crazy and yelling and all this old mind game shit is for the fucking birds. You guys allowing devils on the goddamn panel. And y'all don't even check them when they get out of line. Just let shit go. What you say, lady? Yes, you are a scholar. You can link historical events and analyze it like nobody else. Taking into in consideration that they were human beings. Most people talk about ancient like if they were robots. I'm good with that analyzing. Well, I can take historical events and put this together. That's why I used to always have this phrase, Chief X, with that common sense science. And that's just what I do, common sense science. Guy called me today and told me, Chief X, man, you a boss. You a god. And he said everyone knows it. And he just broke me down. He's been observing these live streams. He's never been on a live stream. He's never even been on the chat. But he watches every live stream. Chef do, I do, and all these cats do. He just be in the back. He said, Chief X, you's a god, and everyone knows it. He said every time you step on a panel, people get nervous and you can see the shift in energy. He said, you way above these people. He said, you are known for debunking. He says, when they hear Chief X's name, it's associated with debunking. He said, your shit is powerful, Chief X. People tell me this all the time, low key. Your shit is powerful. The way you analyze shit, the way you use your common sense, the way you put these clues together, you is powerful and everyone knows it. You have destroyed everybody. He said he told me, I said, you single-handedly broke up the Amin Ra squad and whooped all their asses. I did. I went at them niggas so hard that the Amin Ra squad started arguing with each other about these topics that we having. And they had internal conflict. Chief X put that shit out there and made these niggas argue with each other. And they broke up. Ain't no more Amin Ra squad. My shit was so powerful, I had the pseudo killers arguing amongst each other and going crazy and shit. And niggas then fell all out and shit and acting a goddamn fool. Half the group then broke out. All behind Chief X's claims in that common sense science and him being a wise man. Let's just be real, family. Everyone knows what it is. The shit I put down made niggas stream for 26 hours straight one time. The stream was so long it just cut off. Niggas was going to sleep, waking up, and rotating. This nigga hit another nigga on. And this stream went forever, and it was all about little old Chief X. I'm powerful, niggas, whether you niggas want to admit it or give me my motherfucking props or not. For 2.5 years, every fucking day, niggas has been talking about Black Egypt. Who jumped that shit off? Chief X did. Niggas owe me some fucking money. Niggas getting donations on their live streams. Niggas getting cash apps. YouTube is sending niggas money for their views. For 2.5 years, Chief X gave you all that content to talk about and argue about, and it's been fucking juicy. It done caused friends to break up. It done caused people to cuss each other out and do all kind of crazy shit behind Chief X claims and me laying the law down. You niggas ain't no Egyptians. Ancient Egyptians wasn't no black folk. Ancient Egyptians wasn't no Negroids. And all they can do now is argue about Nubia and try to make Nubians Egyptians. DNA and genetic science killed you niggas. And everyone knows it. So all these people on Smash Channel and all these people, all they doing now is putting on. They know in deep inside. They know deep inside what time it is. That's right, Acadia. Y'all got to pay homage. What they do in the mob, the little workers go out and make a little money. This is what I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let y'all do. Y'all can do y'all streams and shit. You know what I mean? I'm the boss. I'm the I'm the Godfather, right? Y'all can do your little shit, and then the mafia, the little workers and shit, they kick that money up to the boss. They keep their portion and they pay homage and kick the boss down. Y'all owe me some motherfucking money. Donnie, you know they've been talking about my shit for 2.5 years every fucking day. Arguing every day. 6-hour live streams, 4-5-hour live streams. Smash did a 9-hour live stream the other day. Who gave you all this listen to what I'm saying. Wasn't nobody arguing about no Black Egypt prior to 2.5 years ago. Until I dropped that bomb on their ass. People just get real. Tell these niggas, not you, Donnie, but whoever. Yeah, Chief X started this shit. Chief X got you niggas talking about this shit for 2.5 years. And then they tried to cut me off and cancel me from even going on these panels. And it's my motherfucking argument. Then you got niggas in the chat not even knowing Chief X jumped this off. If you ain't coming to my page, listen to my presentations, you missing the mark. I heard a nigga Smash won't even correct these cats. Two niggas just 2 days ago on Smash. What Chief X talking about? Chief X said there was no blacks in Egypt. I've never said that. Smash knows this, but he won't correct them. He wants the audience to believe I said some stupid shit like that. This is how disingenuous these motherfucking devils be. Me, Unc, and Garfield do not like each other right now, but I'm so real, you can't come on my fucking panel and make up a lie on them. I'm gonna say, no, that's not what it is. No, that's a bunch of bullshit. No, he didn't do that. He didn't say that. I told somebody just yesterday, Garfield's a beast when it comes to that Bible. He is. This motherfucker's amazing when it comes to that Bible and arguing Christianity. I can say that. That's called keeping it real. These cats won't even say my name. If somebody try to give me props and it's a real prop, they'll act like no. Because niggas is fake like that. Hey, Jalen, appreciate you. What you say, Jalen? Should they delete all their videos that show bad history for ethical reasons? Good question. But I do have some videos way back that I'm totally wrong about. But they're still up. I don't want to delete them. It just shows my evolution, right? Rashonda Hayward, I love you. Rashonda Hayward be on that shit. Ain't Rashonda Hayward fine? What her little fine ass. Just the other day, I gave Unc props. He'll say, "No, don't mention his name. Don't say Chief X's name. That nigga, you know who be talking this shit." I gave Unc props. I said, Unc and Ngozi, in that clique back in the day, brought science topics to the community, which made us have discussions about different science topics, which expanded ourselves. We was just talking about history prior to that. I get a nigga props, whether we dislike each other or not. I'm not fake like these niggas. What is wrong with you? See, niggas is so shook that they have to be disingenuous to save face. What? Unbiased Sports Channel got deleted? I didn't know that. I think he had a channel. I think Unbiased, he got like 2, 3 channels, so I'm not sure what happened. Let me just read a few comments. What you say? Okay, no honor. You ain't got no goddamn honor. Like, Smash makes some claims. Smash makes certain claims, and then here I make a video. I'll play his words and debunk his shit and body slam him all over the goddamn place. Ragdoll this big nigga. And then the people will act like my video didn't do that, or it's not. They won't say, "Hey, Chief X challenged you on that Smash Rockwell. Chief X exposed that bullshit you was saying." Nobody will even say that. Even friends who I'm cool with won't even say that. God damn. Hey, Chief X responded to you, Smash. Are you gonna respond to him? Go look at that video. Call the nigga out. God damn. But trust me, Smash Rockwell sees every video I do. He's watching this one. When I put Smash Rockwell's name in the title, this nigga fucking his heart drops. I'm telling you, every time Smash Rockwell has seen his name in the title, his fucking heart drops. He plays tough. Oh, that nigga gets fucking nervous. He knows he's about to get totally destroyed and does every time get destroyed. Tell these niggas to respond to my Black Egypt debunked the final nail in the coffin. That's the name of it. Until they address that shit, I've won the argument. Period. This is how discussions and debates go. This is how we've always done it. They know that shit is powerful. If it wasn't powerful, if it wasn't factual, then they'd be debunking my shit and trying to clown me, but they can't. It's not a video I've made in the last 2 years that they can sit here and play and then debunk my points. I do that shit all the time to theirs on anything they say. Smash Rockwell claimed the Cochians was black. I killed that shit. Smash Rockwell claimed the Garamontes and all these other people. These people claimed the North. I killed that shit. They was talking about them two Nubians. And one was an Egyptian. I killed that shit. And if someone don't think so, you didn't watch my video. I had to realize because I thought highly of certain people in the community prior to, because I never even got into the Egypt conversation. It never was my thing. But then I said, you know what, let me start listening to these. And then I came to the understanding that these guys who I thought were sharp and smart are really not. They're horrible. Once I got to digging into shit and seen all these fucking errors they've been talking about, I said, these cats is horrible. And how in the world did I think they were smart and sharp and some scholars? How did I ever think that? I'm mad at myself for thinking that. These niggas is straight trash. I'm on a rant today. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. I'm coming back to y'all. Give me 1 minute. I used to love this song right here.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. Mm. Oh, 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 oh. Mm, 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 oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tell me why you're tripping out on me. Every time I wanna hang out, you get mad at me. Why can't I do the things that I like to do? Why can't you put your trust in me like I trust in you? Even if I'm out to 3:30 in the morning. Even if I'm out to 3:30 in the morning. I won't talk to no one, I'ma tell them about my honey. No one else, it's all about you. Even if the guys try to tip me with their money, they can't tip me with their money. I'ma let them know I'm dedicated to my honey. Dedicated to my honey. Why you wanna argue with me all the time? Even when I'm out with my girls, you be on my mind. Why can't you sit down and understand that no matter where I be or where I am, I let them know that you're my man, even if I'm out to 3:30 in the morning. Even if I'm out to 3:30.
My ass OG. Who y'all know smoke a pipe? You see all these niggas smoking a cigar. I'm different. I had to take it back old school.
I won't talk to no one cause you be my honey. I won't talk to no one. Even if the guys try to tempt me with their money. Don't even try to tempt me with your money. I'ma let them know I'm dedicated to my honey. I'm dedicated to my honey. There's no one but you. I'll be coming home to you. In the morning.
Hold on, y'all. Check this out, fam. I just had a little mental health break just now. Just wanted to hear some music, right? But check this out, family. Uh, this is what everybody should do right now. Okay, I'm gonna close on out. I'm gonna close on out. But this is what everybody should do. Hold on. This is what everybody should do right now, family. Is go to my girls Empowered Esquire page. She's live right now. This is Empowered Esquire. That's my home girl. Right, I've been on her show. I've been a guest. You know what I mean? We've chit chatted on the phone. The Empowered Esquire. She's a real attorney, and she's talking about the Carly Russell kidnapping and Treff's money trouble. Right? Um, I forget Treff stand for. But anyway, so I just wanted to let y'all know Empowered Esquire's live. I want her channel to grow. Um, And I want her channel to grow and get some subscribers. And sometimes she'll talk about, uh, 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 um, have a show about some legalities. She did a show on Polite's case, right? If you didn't see it, um, several times. So y'all go over there and watch her show. And I'm gonna get on up out of here and find me something to eat. I gotta make a run and pick up some shit. Um, so I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. And I appreciate the donations, and I appreciate y'all tuning in to me today. Um, did anybody have a question? Put a question in the chat if you got a question for me. And Carly Russell's a liar. She's just like her mama. Her mama a liar. I'm sorry. And she about to go to jail. Trust me. There's a lot of people calling for her head. What you saying? Can I debunk Black's Law book? I'm not that familiar with it, to be honest. Oh, you asked who was the name of that artist of that song? That was Timberland and Missy Elliott, I think. But it's called 3:30 in the Morning by Timberland. That shit was banging. I missed a bunch of comments. So I'm just going through here before I get off. Uh, in the mafia, they call them earners, right? So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all earn and get y'all a little shine. I ain't gonna come up on y'all streams and change the energy. I know people get nervous when I pop up on the stream. I know people wanna, do their own thing, and sometimes I think I'm interrupting that. You know what I mean? So apologies to Chefreen for getting into that argument and yelling with these idiots. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy, man. You know what I mean? I'm not the aggressor usually. It's always say this statement: never be the aggressor, but aggress when aggressed upon. So if you're looking for a fight, I'm down to fight you. But I just don't have no fight in me no more for peons. The earners can deal with the peons. Say, yeah, I'm gonna let the earners deal with the peons. I'm the Godfather, and my presentations speak for themselves. They haven't been challenged. Therefore, the argument's been done. I've won the argument in every which way you want to go. And I'm going to toot my own horn. And I'm going to toot my own horn up out of here, y'all. Peace out.